Okay, in this tutorial we're going to actually do some live demonstration of keyword research to choose a domain name. Before we get started with really going through some different examples, searching for some different niches just to help you really get the mindset of what we're doing here, the process, we're going to kind of go back and review. So we're going to start with our Google AdWords tool. So we're on this site ready to go and do our search of a keyword. You want one search window open. Of course, we do have our Mozilla Firefox downloaded, so this is on Mozilla Firefox browser, and I've just gone to google.com here just to have our search window so you could show it like this. So I'm going to have that window available to do a search with the keyword that we're looking at, so we'd have that window open. Remember, I showed you how you want to have your Twitter window open as if you're on the page where you sign in, because we're going to use this username box to put our potential keyword for our domain. We're going to really try to accomplish having it be our name for our Twitter as well as our YouTube, and for convenience our Gmail account. So typing in the word here, they have an automated box. It'll come over here and say that's available. So then you know in this process of finding the domain name that this would be available to use for your Twitter. Same thing for YouTube. You're allowed to have 20 characters here, letters, characters. When you paste in the name here, you just click check availability. It'll let you know if that's available. And our Gmail account, like I said, this is more for convenience, not critical. If you've already chosen a Gmail account and started one to work with us and choose a domain and work on this, don't worry about it. But this is some out of convenience. If you haven't done any of this, you would start and you could use the domain name you come up with as your Gmail as well. Simply type in or paste in the word there and then click check availability, and that'll let you know. The other site that we're going to have open again as part of our review is we're going to have our GoDaddy.com open. This is a window where we can search in a keyword that we've done research on, and then simply click search, and GoDaddy is set up where it will let you know whether that .com is available, as well as alternatives. Maybe the .com is taken, but remember our second choice .net, third choice .org, and it'll also show that as well. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to kind of just go through this quickly with a word I've already seen that I thought was interesting. When I was doing our example for fat loss, I saw this one, food lovers fat loss, so I'm going to just do the search that way. Remember, we're thinking global, unless you're specifically doing a business that's just in the US or a specific country. But most times we're going to click that and give us the all location search. We're going to type in our CAPTCHA and then click search. And I'm just doing this to go through the process. Obviously I've already looked at this word, food lovers fat loss. On broad it gets 12,100 searches a month. Remember, as a reminder too, we're going to come over here to match types. We're going to uncheck broad, click exact, just because I want to get everybody in the habit of doing that when they're searching, to give a more accurate representation of how many searches are for that exact phrase. So food lovers fat loss gets 590 searches, and I'm just using this example. This would be pretty low that you really wouldn't want to take all this time, but this is going to be a good example to show you. Food lovers fat loss is the keyword people actually search in 590 times. It is a business that does weight loss programs, so it is a company name, but I just want to show you for the example purpose of using it, food lovers fat loss. So what we would do is come over to domain name and put in food lovers fat loss, all as one word, and then click search. The .com we know is taken because the company is using that name. So an example again, just to show you how you overcome this, is we're going to go in I'm going to type in the word report on the end. Food Lovers Fat Loss Report would be our site.com. Okay, so now that is available, Food Lovers Fat Loss Report. And so you would just, so that is available. We could buy that domain if we had looked at all the other aspects of competition and it got enough searches to make this worthwhile to use as a name. That we're in the weight loss business. We have a business either selling a weight loss product, a digital product. We have a weight loss company. So we're going to use this as a portal to bring people in that are interested in losing weight. Obviously it's kind of an action word too. Hey, if you love food but you want to lose weight, which this they're actually typing in fat loss, this would be a site that gets a certain amount of traffic. Maybe it's 1,000 a month, maybe it's 10,000 searches a month for that exact keyword. And we add the word report, which does not take away from the keyword and people searching. So now we would just come in and simply do the processes of typing that word in there. That'll let us know if that's available. I didn't look at it that closely because I'm doing this live. That looks like it's over 15 characters, which is the limit for Twitter, so maybe we can use it as a Twitter. We come to our username, type that in, click check availability on YouTube and see if it's available, and then we come to our Gmail, type that in, Food Lovers Fat Loss Report at gmail.com, click check availability. So I'm not going to do that again. I just wanted to show the complete process. We find the keyword. Of course, there's going to be another part of looking for the competitiveness, but as far as just, we're going to have these windows open. You're going to have these windows open when you're doing this. First, of course, the most important is to get the domain as a .com if possible. Then you would check to see if you could actually really do a great job and get it as a part of your YouTube channel, which will be a virtual real estate property that will help down the road as we build a business and teach you why this is important. Twitter, same thing, and then of course the Gmail is just for convenience. It's not really going to have to do with getting traffic or anything to do with that. So that's the process, and now we're going to do some more keyword research and look at competitiveness. So now we're going to come back and do a search, and to do exact search you always want to put in the quotations. So we're going to pretend this isn't a company, it's just a phrase that people actually typing in, like the many other phrases that they use. Fat loss now, lose belly fat. These are all keywords that people actually type in, that of course their interest is losing weight. And of course, who comes up first but foodloversfatloss.com. But here's what I want to show you. Remember, the other aspect is seeing if the domain is available by going to our GoDaddy. And then once we find that that name is available, that we can buy it as a .com, we do want to come over and see how competitive the keyword is for sites that are competing for that keyword. These are the organic listings. You always have 10 listings down the center of the page. So this is content that Google has deemed worthy of this keyword to rank up as high as the #1 spot. Now we're going to go back down to our SEO quick button, and remember I said it's gray when it's not being used. Then when we click it, it activates it. Now since I've already got this page on, I'm going to simply go up and refresh the page. And as you can see right here, the SEO quick word, and then there's a listing of information along here. Now we don't have to worry about, for this process of choosing a domain name, all this information. The main variables are the PR number, which is page rank. It's a designation by Google to rank the priority and the quality of content on the site. it goes from 0 to 10. So PR is the first box that we're going to always be looking at to judge competitiveness if we want to try to choose this keyword, food lovers fat loss. The next box that's important will be the little purple circle with a Y in it, which stands for Yahoo, and this is the links that are incoming to the site. So links could be articles, it could be other websites, blogs, YouTube videos, anywhere, social bookmarking, anywhere that somebody links to this site from their site, that's a link in. So that's going to help us judge the competitiveness of this site. And then another thing we can look at is age. This site has been up since December 15th of 07, so we're at 010 here when making this video. So 3 years, so it's been there for a while. The one quick way I'm going to show you to judge competitiveness is just looking at this box right here, the PR, the page rank. This is a PR3, and this is actual company site, so they haven't done that great of a job of really SEO, because that should be up higher, but they are in the #1 position. So, and when people are searching for their company, obviously it kind of makes sense. But let's pretend this wasn't a company. Let's pretend for this example to show you looking at competition, that this site being #1 with only a PR3. Let's look at the other ones. Next one PR0. Next one PR1. Next one is PR4. Interestingly enough, that's lower than the 1 and the 0. PR0. We have a PR4. We have another PR4. Not available, and then a 0 and a 0 in #10. So what I want to explain to you here is judging competitiveness. When we've searched, found our keyword, we like the word food lovers fat loss, it gets thousands of searches. I know it didn't, but let's just say when we did the search, it gets thousands of searches a month. We went to GoDaddy, we can get food lovers fat loss report, which gives you the same ability as if it was just foodloversfatloss.com. And now we're looking, how competitive could we eventually have our site rank in this #1 position? Well, the easy, quick way that I can show you is if all the sites from top to bottom are PR4 and less, this is a potential keyword that we could use for a domain and eventually over time get ranked in this #1 spot, because that gets the most traffic. If it's 3,000 searches a month, the spot #1 here is going to get the lion's share of that searching, and that's what we're trying to accomplish, just to have a domain name that points to our site. And of course, like a reminder, we can have multiple domains pointing to the site, but this would be a way, if we were in some kind of weight loss business, to use this domain, foodloversfatlossreport.com, and get that site listed up in this position and get searches free every month. That would be in addition to, obviously, on this side is usually where you see the paid advertisements, and of course that's you're paying for that to happen. This is actually happening free, so that's what we're trying to accomplish here. The other thing I want to show you in judging competitiveness is in the links. You can actually click this, and then what it does is it shows you all the sites, blogs, different places where they are linking into this site. And again, our SEO Quake registers the PR of each of these sites, so the quality ranking of the sites. So let's say this is only 63, so this is we could easily get a site to rank above this. But let's say it had hundreds of these links, hundreds. And so we could actually look down and manually just kind of scan through. I see a lot of them, it just has a not available answer. See some zeros, PR zeros. So you could just quickly look through, and if they're low PR, even though it might be several hundred sites, that's also a weakness, that as you learn more and learn more about SEO as we go along, you'll learn that you would eventually get your site ranked above the site that we looked at. So clicking on that link right here where it has the little purple circle with the Y in it, which stands for Yahoo, and click this links, that gives you that page. It actually gives you the site. So the easiest, quickest way is just to look at the PR. If you see all these sites are PR4 or less, and I'll warn you just in case you don't know this, if you see sites like Wikipedia, eBay, Amazon, these are considered authority sites that have been on for years. They have massive amounts of content that Google loves, and usually the common sense thing, going back to our easy way of looking at PR4 or less, these sites are like PR8, PR9. So again, just by looking at that, you would know that. But just to make you aware, if you saw 4 or 5 of the top listings that were those type sites, so Wikipedia, Amazon, and such with these high, you really won't be able to get in and position, and that's when you want to go back and search in Google AdWords and maybe go for some other words. And as you can see, each time you do a listing, it lists about 100 words. You go to the bottom here, click here, this top bottom right button, and that'll give you the next 50 words. So you have a real variety to choose from. The other thing you want to do, and we'll do some actual more searches on different kinds of keywords to really give you a feel for it. The other one would be, we could go back to this site, and just to remind you again how you can not only do a search for an exact word. I'm going up here to the browser and I'm copying the actual site. So what I can do now is I can paste in the actual URL, foodloversfatloss.com, and now do a search of the keywords that they use. And this might give me some extra ideas, because obviously if it's a business, a company, they've been online for a couple years, they've done a lot of work to get their site positioned well with keywords. So this would give me maybe some new ideas. This is a way you want to get ideas. Go to someone in your niche, whether it be real estate, foreclosures, particularly short sales, the Forex market, mortgage brokering, home-based business, MLM specific companies. Take a website URL, copy it from doing a search yourself for certain words that you might search for to find this company that offers a product service similar to what you're doing. Put it in here in the website and click search, and you'll get lots of ideas of keywords they're using to have their site rank for those keywords. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the video at this point, and then I'm going to make another video that will be nothing but just pure searching for different words and kind of looking at those words to give you an idea of the process.